Hi guys, today's video is going to be a mom tag, and this video is in collaboration with another YouTube mom named Abby, and she has 2 children under 2 years old, and she makes mommy videos and lifestyle videos, and I will link her channel below, so make sure you go in, check her out, and support her if that's the kind of thing that you like. Sorry, I'm outside, so there might be some distracting noises, but these questions I actually haven't even looked at yet, and so there hasn't been any thought going into them before actually answering them, so just keep that in mind when listening. So the first one, I have them listed over here, so that's why I'm looking. The first one is, how old were you when you had your first baby? I was 23 years old. I had her my 5th year of college, so I was a college athlete for 4 years, and then my 5th year I was pregnant my whole 5th year of college, and then a month before I graduated was when I gave birth. It was exactly a month, actually. So yeah, I was 23. What was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I think the hardest thing for me is that I'm a pretty active person, and the biggest part for me is towards the end, besides the sickness and stuff, because you get over that. Let me fix this. The biggest part for me was, or still is, just kind of feeling not myself in my body towards the end, when you feel really big and you can't do as much as you're used to being able to do, and it's kind of frustrating, and it makes it like, will I ever be able to do these things again, and that kind of thing. And so that's probably been the hardest thing for both of my pregnancies, is just not being able to use my body the way I've been able to before. Obviously, you know, after having a baby, I'll be able to go back to those things, but that's probably the hardest. Can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? Oh, I mean, tons of things. Just everyday life. Seeing my belly grow is awesome. Feeling the baby move is awesome. But normal things that you enjoy during when you're not pregnant. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? Some things were accurate and some things were not. I think everybody's experience is different, so that's not really, I don't think that question's a fair question, because everybody has a different, you know, pain threshold. Everybody's labor and delivery experiences are different. So I think that mine with my first child, I wasn't surprised by anything, I guess. In your opinion, oh, that's wrong. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? If I could have, I was induced with my first child, and I was 2 days after my due date. So obviously the main thing I would change is I would have wanted to go into spontaneous labor. What would be your advice for someone who's about to have a baby? I would say just do your own thing and do what you think is right, whether it's your labor and delivery, or raising your child, or the first, you know, couple months. Don't listen to other moms and their experiences and think that's how you have to have your experience. What has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom? I think the best thing, and there's different stages, I think, when they're little, really little, like when they first smile at you, that's really exciting, and then when they start to walk, and then you start seeing their personality. But I think now it's just seeing the way my daughter, you know, goes through, like she's very caring, and she's very helpful and loving most of the time, and to me that's really rewarding, whether I had anything to do with that or not. it's so nice to see that my child is such a sweetheart. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? I think the most surprising thing would probably have to be how antisocial it made me at sometimes. I feel like I'm a lot more antisocial now. Not that I'm totally antisocial, but sometimes I just want to like stay away from people. Not because of, you know, sometimes I just want to be alone with my daughter or my husband, or at home, or like go to the park, but do our own thing at the park, you know. I think that's the most surprising thing for me, that it's kind of made me a little bit antisocial. I know that I think once she starts going to school, I won't be so much that way, but for some reason I'm just kind of that way. What's the best memory you have involving your child? I can't say I really have a best memory because there are so many. There are so many good memories. Like, I love every day when something new happens, like when she started to say thank you or you're welcome, or, you know, when my favorite thing is whenever she learns new things and you see, or I see her start becoming like more of a little person rather than a baby. I would say that those type of things are my best memory. What was the most exciting milestone? I don't know if you'd call this a milestone, but when Mara was when she was younger, until she was probably about 18 months old, she had really bowed legs. And I know a lot of babies have bowed legs, and you know, some of them grow out of it and some of them don't, but I guess they don't worry about it for a while. And she had really bowed legs, and it made her pigeon-toed, and so she would run. Once she got to start running, she would trip all the time and fall and hurt herself. So I think the most exciting, I just don't know if this is a milestone, but the most exciting thing was now her legs have straightened out all of a sudden, like from 18 months till now. They're pretty much straight. One of her legs still has a little bow in it, but nothing that you would notice. But we would always get so many questions like, why are her legs so bowed? And oh my goodness, it looks so painful. And we look back now at pictures and videos, and it was really bad. But her legs are pretty straight now, and that's exciting because now she doesn't seem so clumsy, and she, you know, uses her legs better, you know, when she runs and stuff. She's still a little pigeon-toed, but it's not nearly what it was. What is the worst thing your child has ever done? The worst thing she has done? Like, I don't know if this means behavior-wise or like something she has done, but anytime we've had to take her to the emergency room, she's had to go to the emergency room, I think 3 times. 2 times she was sick. Once was when she was 6 months. This was terrible because they had to take her blood, and she had to be held down to take her blood, and it was like just the most traumatizing thing. And then the most recent time, she dislocated her elbow, and so it was really freaky because we didn't know what was going on, and then we took her, and it was super easy to fix. But that's probably, I would say that's the worst thing that she's ever done. Behavior-wise, she's a toddler, so I can't be mad at her for her behavior all the time. What habit do you wish your child didn't have? What habit do I whenever she goes to bed, like when we take her, oh, there's a cat. When we take her to go to bed, she always wants a snack, which is fine because it does help her go to sleep, or like if she hasn't eaten as much for dinner or something. But she usually wants like 2 snacks, and she always gets water. But the reason it drives me nuts is because we brush her teeth before bed, and then she gets in bed, and then she wants a snack. And so I feel like, oh, we brush her teeth for no reason. But that's the only thing. What habit of theirs makes you most proud? She's She's kind of like OCD, like when something's out of place, she wants to put it back. Or when sometimes she can, you know, make a mess, get her toys everywhere, but she knows that she's supposed to put them back and that everything has a place. And I appreciate that she's really good at remembering where things go and knowing that, you know, things are supposed to be picked up. Or if she spills or makes a mess, she won't try to hide it. She'll come and tell me, "Mess, mommy, mess." So I love that about her. Do you share in similarities with your child, both physically and personality? Yes. Like I said, she's kind of like a little, I wouldn't say that I would say I'm OCD, but I have like those kind of tendencies, and she's the same way. She's kind of got the same attitude. It's like a good attitude, but could be bad sometimes. Definitely, I think physically, sometimes she looks a lot like me, sometimes she looks a lot like her dad. I think her body type is very similar to both of us. She's kind of, for right now, she's kind of stocky and thick, more like me. Her dad's 6'4", so she doesn't necessarily look like she's gonna have that height, which I'm okay with. I think I'm 5'4" almost, and I think she'll be a little bit taller than me, but I do think that we're pretty similar in both those aspects. Where would you like your child to be in 10 years? I'd like her, she'd be 12 years old, so I'd like her to be going to school, being involved in some activities, whether it be sports. Hopefully she'll play some sort of sport like basketball, softball. I've been thinking about getting her into tennis. I think that would be something really good for her. And maybe some other activities. It's just kind of up to, get away. It's just kind of up to what she's interested in. What's something that having a child has taught you? I think it's kind of just taught me another level of responsibility and that kind of thing. That's kind of a weird question to answer because, of course, there's things that I learn every day, like about kids that I didn't know because I didn't have kids before, but yeah. Did you imagine that you would be a mom at the age you became a mom? No, we kind of planned on finishing college and then getting married the year after and then getting pregnant soon after that. So it would have been like a year and a half later than when I actually got pregnant. Describe your child in a single sentence. I don't know if I can describe her in a single sentence, but if I had to say something, I would say she is loving, stubborn, and manipulative. How have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? I feel like I've always been a pretty caring person, but I think that since being a mom, I've become a little different when it comes to family and seeing other moms with their kids and go on. Here's a cat coming to visit. It's not my cat. Nope, go away. Go on. No, go on. I'm allergic to cats, so it's not that I hate the cat, but I just don't want to touch it. Anyway, I think that I've become, more emotional when it comes to family and when it comes to family and children, and like when I see like a mom or a dad hurting, it tears my heart, it feels like. And I wasn't like that before. I was caring before, but I feel like now I'm so much more emotional when it comes to difficult things or things that I see that are like the sweetest things. So I know this video isn't the most exciting or jam-packed video, but I just thought that it'd be fun to do something a little different, and I've never done one of these before. So if you liked it, let me know. If you have any other questions, you can comment in the comment box below, but make sure that you go and check out Abby's channel. It will be linked below, and she will have a similar video posted. Make sure you stay tuned so you don't miss out on any pregnancy updates or anything else that I post, and be looking out for the I'm in labor video to be posted, because I am. This video will go up. I'll be 39 weeks and 3 or 4 days or something when this video posts. So it could be any day, or I could be in labor before this video posts. Who knows? So be sure to like and subscribe, and then hit that little notification bell so that you get notifications when I upload a video. But that's going to be all for this video, and we will see you next time.